How's it going, everyone? NDSean45 coming at you yet again this week. This is a video that I've been putting off for quite some time now, but it's one that I really wanted to do. For the past couple of months now, basically ever since the Michigan loss, I've really started to see the worst of the Notre Dame fan base come out. As much as it pains me to say this, and I even said this in the last video and in a few videos prior to that, the Notre Dame fan base is really starting to become an embarrassment, a joke, and an absolute disgrace. And I hate saying that, but with things that I read on a daily basis, it becomes more true by the day. Not all of our fans, but the fair weather ones are starting to really make their presence felt. How about that? I mean, some of the shit that I read is just absurd. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video, is I'm going to read to you guys some comments from the so-called Irish faithful. And you guys can't see it, but I have the pages up. I'll be reading the comments. I will have the links posted to these particular pages that I'm reading from, so you can go and see it for yourself. But I just wanted to expose some of these people, and yes, I will be given names. I don't care. But it's just ridiculous, some of the stuff that these people say. And these people have the nerve to call themselves fans. Now, these first few comments come from the Notre Dame football Facebook page. And we'll start simple. Guy named Robert Eddy. He says, Fire Coach Kelly. His lack of coaching has this team in a useless bowl game. Oh yeah, yep, like we haven't heard that. Oh, fire Kelly. Yeah, let's fire our coach after a 10-win season. And I'm not going to read all these comments. I just want to give you guys an idea. Nolan Kellerman, he says, well, at least we know Kelly can win this game. Typical meaningless game. If we faced anyone ranked in the top 10, we would get beat because Kelly can't win the big games. Yeah, he's lost some big games. There's no question about that, but he's won some big ones too. So that's not entirely true. Dave Olkowski, he says, I might tune in if I have nothing else better to do that day. Sad state of mediocrity and revenue whoring of alumni and Subway alumni who blindly follow this once dominant icon of college football. Will the coin used to determine the opening kick be auctioned? Meh. Well, Dave, I say if you hate it so much and you don't watch, then go find another team to cheer for. Oh, and mediocrity. We're 32-6 over the last 3 seasons, so I'd hardly call that irrelevant or mediocre. Stephen Barber says, congrats to Notre Dame for being selected for this year's toilet bowl. That's what happens when you avoid joining a real conference. Also, why I didn't watch a single game this season. Though if you're not watching, what do you care? Chris Cole says, and this is what happens when you're just satisfied with a 10-win season. You get the honor of going to the Camping World Bowl. I've never heard of this bowl. Oh well, how's that saying go? Oh yeah, there's always next year. Sigh. Oh yeah, we just won 10 games. That's no big deal. That's a complete joke, right? Michael Purnell says, the way this team has played, half the time, H-A-F-T, come on, learn the freaking spell check. Like a high school team, that's why they're playing in a low-tier bowl. Thank you, Brian Kelly. Yeah, we really played like a high school team. Just went 4-2 against ranked opponents. Won 10 games. And this is the kind of stuff I've been hearing nonstop. Yep, blame the coach. It's yeah, stupid. Andrew Young says, I'm ready for Notre Dame football to join the ACC. There's a lot of that. Michael Lerma says, yay, another toilet bowl. Thanks, Brian Kelly. Michael Flanagan, super stoked. Said no one ever. Fire Kelly yesterday. And then he replies to some member calling him out. Sorry that you subscribe to the Kelly Swarbrick standard. 10 wins against a cherry-picked schedule and a soft ACC conference. You're right. Bring on Iowa State. Sad to say. The top 10 teams would smack them in the mouth. But hey, great job winning 10 games. People say winning 10 games like it's a joke, like it's such an easy thing to do. And also, with the ACC being weak and the cherry-picked schedule part, how are we supposed to know that teams are going to have down years? I mean, these schedules are like a decade, they're made a decade in advance. Maybe not that long, but pretty far in advance, I'll say that much. Brent Heathcott says, if ND had joined the ACC, they'd be going to the Orange Bowl instead of a bowl no one has ever heard of. See, this is the talk that we're getting from our fans. They're basically saying Notre Dame, they're basically becoming the haters that say the same crap. Being in a conference doesn't guarantee you shit. Oh, this one is really stupid. Benjamin Hemmen. He says, unpopular opinion, Notre Dame needs to get in a conference. With the complete embarrassment in January 1st bowl games or later in the last decade, a one-loss season knocks us out of the playoffs, and they made it clear this year we won't be cut any slack. Let's join a conference so we can gain some respect and still have a shot at getting one loss by beating a big-name team in a conference championship. It doesn't matter if we're in a conference or not. Nobody's going to give us respect either way. It's not going to make a difference. Like I said, being in a conference doesn't guarantee you shit. Independence or conference, you still got to win. You still got to do your job, and it's not going to be any more easy in a conference. All right, here's a few comments from the Notre Dame 24/7 Sports Facebook page, and this one probably takes the cake. Paul Ryan Bird says, their opponent like their schedule is weak. ND needs to join a power conference. He says that in all caps. Until then, they will always play for the 5th to 10th seed year in and year out. Fire Kelly and join the ACC. Oh yeah, our schedule is so weak. 4-2 against ranked teams, won 10 games. Yeah, that's really weak. All right, we'll call it there. You guys get the point. You can read it for yourselves. But That's our fan base in a nutshell right there. It's that same regurgitation of all that stupid shit. I mean, it's really embarrassing what our fan base has become. I mean, really, when 10 wins isn't good enough. I mean, yeah, do you always hope for better than that? The national championship and the major bowl games. Of course you do, of course. But sometimes things are out of your control. I mean, well, yes and no. I mean, we had two big chances that we didn't capitalize on, but the committee, you can't control what they do. And all I'm saying is 10 wins ain't too shabby. I'm not complaining about that. It's 10 wins and going to the Camping World Bowl is not what I wanted, but 10 wins is still 10 wins. That's not easy to do in college football. And we've done it for 3 straight years now. So, yeah, there you go, people. That is our fan base in a nutshell. Nothing but constant bitch and complain and moaning. Nothing's ever good enough for these people. They can just never take the good with the bad, can they? But then again, like I've said many times, these are probably the same people who sold their tickets to Georgia and Nebraska and any other big game that came to town, and yet they still complain. But yet they won't go out and support the team. Watch. Clemson comes to South Bend next year. How much you want to bet that stadium is half orange? So, there you go, guys. Just wanted to throw that out there. I'll have the links posted to those particular pages down below in the comment section. Read them for yourself. Those pages are full of stupidity. So, that's all I have for you. ND Sean 45 signing out. God bless. Go Irish.